Hello there, and welcome to another technical quick tip from Dassault System SolidWorks. Today we shall be looking at working with SolidWorks Composer files on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. As always, this is Alex Cock, Senior Industry Process Consultant with the Customer Role Experience team in AP South, and that's my contact email should anybody wish to reach out to me. So for today, we will be looking largely on the platform. Specifically, how do we work with Composer files when we are in the platform? Of course, before we get there, we need to look at how do we get this data onto the platform, as SolidWorks Composer files would normally be residing on our local drive. Following that, we will take a look at how we can access this data. Now, in particular for SolidWorks Composer files, we will look at how we can view them on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. So what we're going to start off with today is this data set that I've used in previous quick tips. There's already 3D data, and I would have saved this out into two formats. One, the SMG being the 3D viewable composer format, and the second one, an SVG file, essentially a 2D vector graphics based data. Now these files are going to be saved on my desktop for convenience. So here they are at this point in time being highlighted with that red arrow. Now let's flip over to my browser. Now my browser, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of the 3D Drive app. On this app, I've set up a folder inside specially for my composer files. Alright, at this point in time, as you can see, this composer folder here is empty. Like so. Alright. In addition, I also have on my local Windows Explorer set up a location or local folder that synchronizes to my 3D drive as well. So a quick double click on this folder will give us access to the local drive location of the synced folder. And in order to add files to the 3D drive, one way is I can very quickly drag and drop it right into the synced location on my local Windows Explorer location. What happens here is if I were to flip over to my browser right now, you'll find that the file has automatically been synchronized to my 3D drive. Alternatively, if we are already on a browser, we can also do a direct drag and drop onto the 3D drive location as well. Either way will work. And regardless of method that you use, okay, a quick flip back to my Windows Explorer will show you that this information has also been synced to my local drive. So this synchronization is bidirectional. All right. So in order to view these files, now that we've gotten them onto the platform, what do? Well, quite easily, what we need to do is either double click, or for my case here, I like to click on this little down arrow to choose the required option. And for this case here, what happens is that the 3D Play app will fire up. The 3D Play app allows me to view a multitude of files directly on the platform itself. For this case here, we are viewing an SMG file. And the views that existed on the SMG file, the original composer file, will be easily accessible and can be directly accessed from the interface on the 3D Play itself, meaning viewing and querying of the files are all possible. In addition to that, of course, you get a whole host of tools on the upper right corner for collaboration, including sharing and publishing onto your appropriate communities within the platform itself. It also gives you the option to query for further information and download the file. Now the same can be used for the SVG file, except that for this case, this is a vector graphics file, or it's a 2D file, essentially. So there's some nifty tools that you get through the 3D Play environment, one of them being redlining what I've done here, and addition of annotations and so on and so forth. There are quite a few other tools here that I won't go into for today. So a quick recap of what we have done here. Essentially, we've taken a look at how we can get the SolidWorks Composer data onto the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. Essentially simple drag and drop. And once we've gotten the data onto the platform, to access the data, for this case here, as we've seen with 3D Play, you either click the down arrow, hit preview, or to double click on the file. That's as simple as that. As always, let's finish off here with this section of questions. If you have any feedback or you'd like further information, maybe even a copy of the data used in this presentation, please feel free to reach out to your local Dassault System SolidWorks partner. Alternatively, if you're not able to, feel free to reach out to me. My email address is at the lower right corner of this slide here. And with this is Alex Cox, Senior Industry Process Consultant with the Customer Role Experience team in AP South, signing off for this time around. Thank you very much, and goodbye.